Hey, so I don't really know what I'm going to talk about today, but I'm just going to speak about anything really. My goal here is to not edit this video because I feel like you get more of a real experience when you're actually watching somebody go through the thoughts in their head. Even though they might not follow a linear fashion, I think it's a lot better. So, although my last few videos haven't been edited, I'm going to just try to stray down that path because I don't really want to be hiding anything, and I want to show whatever it is to myself, really, and to you guys. But more so for myself, because this YouTube channel, as much as I want to connect with so many people, in the end, when it really boils down to it, I am making these videos so I can reflect on myself and you know, look back at my experiences, look back at my perspective, look back at my opinions of the world and the situations I was going through. But I love connecting, and I love the feedback, and I definitely want to be able to reach out to other people as they've reached out to me, and I want that to carry on. So lately, I just have like a list written down because I know I might forget some things to say. But lately I've been feeling a little bit volatile and lost. And usually, like, I don't know, it was just basically this week, because ever since this warm weather has been coming in, I've been feeling really nice and motivated and determined to get my goals done and, set up some more goals for myself. But I've been feeling very volatile and lost. I experienced something, I guess you can call a traumatic experience 2 days ago, and have been sort of deciding not to make a video, kind of putting it off for the past few days ever since that happened. And I feel like this is time. Like, I don't think I should be making videos that are just about me talking about all these positive things all the time. I think I should actually be real with myself too, and stay true to who I am, because everybody is made up of components of negative and positive things. It's just the way the human condition is. It's just the duality, right? So I've been feeling really lost, and part of feeling lost and volatile, because of that, I've also been denying it, which I don't want to be doing. And I'm feeling a little impatient, I guess, with all my experiences so far, because it's like, it's the summertime and I want to do so many things and I want to conquer all my goals, but I'm trying to attain them. I don't know, like, it's so hard to talk sometimes. I'm also, like, not always really sure what to say in these videos. Another reason why I've been putting them off is because I don't want to come across as like a person without direction who doesn't know what she's talking about, or, but I think that, I don't always know, and that's okay. Nobody really knows. I feel like it takes more wisdom to say that you don't know in the end about life. All we really know is about our own experiences and what we are going through and how we're transmitting our thoughts and opinions to the world. And sometimes, in some cases, we don't even know fully about our experience, which is fine. That's the whole process of life. But yeah, I feel like, just a heads up, like, this video is going to be very broken up and choppy, because I'm going to be going off on a tangent and then revisiting a subject. But yeah, once again, like I said, feeling lost. Had a difficult experience the other day. I will not really delve into it right now, but I may make a video about it later on. And I've just been feeling a little bit off track. And I know that I have a choice in the end. I know that I have a choice to choose between two things. And ultimately, those two things are either love or fear. And I can choose to love myself unconditionally, love the people and experiences and the choices I have in this life, or I can choose fear, and that fear can be an example of the fear of myself or the fear of change. And I feel like I've been giving into a lot of my own fears lately, mainly anxiety. I have a bit of anxiety towards certain things, and I think the main thing really that keeps reoccurring in my life is social situations. And it's kind of strange because I was never really socially anxious before. This is only like a recent thing that's come up in the past year or so. I was always a bit introverted, but hanging around with a lot of extroverted, crazy, awesome personalities that I have. I have a lot of friends who have these really outlandish sort of fun personalities, and they've brought out those true colors in me, and I really thank them for that. But I've always been a little bit introverted, and that has nothing really to do with the social anxiety. You can be introverted and you can be introspective and whatever. But for me, over the past year, I've developed this sort of social anxiety, and it's very hard because I don't feel comfortable going out sometimes. I don't feel comfortable even being around some close people who I trust. I feel like I'm being judged. And this is all a product of my own mind. You know, my own mind is brewing up these thoughts that are a little bit irrational. And I know they are, but anybody who has anxiety knows how hard it is to rationalize and justify the anxieties that they're not that big of a deal, because they are very real in your head. So I've been struggling with that, and it's kind of creating a barrier for me to be real with myself, for me to make videos, and for me to get out there and get involved in many different things. Because of this anxiety, I want to get involved in different projects. I want to start something with farming. I want to do roofing perhaps, and I want to do maybe like a workaway experience. But for now, on a smaller scale, I want to get involved in my community, and I just feel anxious. I don't know why, because I know that I'm going to meet so many amazing people, and alongside with meeting all these amazing people and hearing their stories, I'm going to be able to further develop my life. So yeah, yeah, I think I just need to choose to make a decision about who I'm going to be, and really try to solidify that decision, and try to do my best at making me the best person that I can be. And if I can, show other people that experience too. After this accident, this traumatic experience that I went through a few days ago, I hung out with one of my close friends, and the whole time I really, really didn't want to go out. I knew that, in the back of my mind, I knew that it was essential for me to go outside and to talk to people and to, you know, sort of grieve and unleash whatever it is that's bottled up. But I didn't want to burden them with that, especially if they were in a good mood. And I know if you have friends, it's fine to do that. But I don't know, like, it just feels weird right now making videos. Like, I feel a little self-conscious, even though I know that I should be doing this. But I know that patience is really important. That needs to fully be exercised and worked into my life and so many people's lives, especially with spiritual practices. Hold up. Gotta change up the tunage. What do I have here? Hold on, it's loading. Patience, sorry. Patience in spiritual practices, because, you know, as much as we are everything and we have everything in front of us and it's there for us, And we're still living in a world where we still have to reach out for things, and we still have to go put action into the world. We can't just manifest. We have to actually make an effort to make that manifestation a real thing. There has to be an effort involved, right? And I feel like for many people, what makes them fall off track is the lack of patience and lack of motivation and the realness with yourself. If you're not relating back to yourself and giving yourself that honest opinion of how you sort of fell back and what those downfalls are, then you won't be able to sort of get back up on the horse and keep riding. And so, yeah, just patience. Patience is key. And to have not only patience with yourself, but patience with other people. And when you do exercise that patience, also incorporate positive self-talk. Because that's it's gonna get you through so much. Just telling yourself that you're gonna be okay, you're a great person, you're awesome, you're incredible. It does wonders. It really does. Yeah, I don't know. Some of the greatest wisdom that you get, as much as you have to look outwards, and you might rely on religious text or spiritual books or spiritual friends, which is great, don't get me wrong. You also have to rely on yourself, because the real wisdom is when you find your own true questions. And when you really seek to make questions for yourself, you'll be able to find those answers somewhere down the road. And when you find it, you shouldn't rush it, because it is a slow process. You're developing who you are as a person, and you don't have to know that person right now. You might know parts of who you are, bits and pieces of what makes you you, but if you don't know exactly right away, it's okay. We live in a world of instant times, and people are constantly seeking out for instant gratification because of the way our society is molded, because of the way things are sort of worked into our world. And it's understandable that because we live in a world of sort of instant messaging and instant pictures, fast food, whatever, our mind is accustomed to these times of instant gratification, and because of that we expect the spiritual path to be instant too, but we can't expect that, because that's the flaw. That really is the flaw of things. We've got to be patient, kind of got to be like scientists in a way, studying and experimenting and reflecting on that experimentation, and then evaluate your findings. Yeah, once again,